Man, family, I apologize for not sending out the reminder that I would be going live. I know I posted it on the community thing, but I forgot to set up the video. Man, as I just happened to go in like a few minutes before and man, realized I hadn't set it up. So let me give you guys a few minutes to come on in here before we get started. What's up? What's up? Man, I'm gonna talk about a couple things, then we're gonna really get into the purpose of this live stream. For those of you that celebrate Easter, I don't. But for those of you that do, man, happy Easter to you. Paul, what's up with you? Thank you for being here. Apologize that I didn't put out the notice. I mean, I know I put it on the comment. I put it on the community page, but I forgot to set up the video to send you guys so you guys can see the reminder that I would be going live. I apologize for that. I was extremely busy. A couple things. I've seen a lot of videos popping up on YouTube about chosen ones. Everybody that say they a chosen one ain't a chosen one. You know what I mean? We got to understand that. We need to clear that up real quick. You know what I mean? We're going to get into the topic of what is reality. And I guess that's part of the conversation today. You know, what is reality? Everybody said they chosen ain't chosen. Everyone putting out YouTube videos and TikTok videos and everything else talking about chosen ones. That man, they ain't really talking about chosen ones. They just doing a bunch of stupid ass shit for clickbait. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. You know what I mean? To each their own. You know what I mean? Everybody go to church, they ain't going to church for the right reasons. There's a whole lot of people go to church just to make some money. There's a whole lot of people go to church to hook up with somebody. You know what I mean? They sing, they preach, they jump around and do everything else, but they're not there for the right reasons. They're not doing what they're quote unquote supposed to do for the right reasons. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna throw that out there. There's a whole lot of them talking about, man, chosen ones can't have jobs and can't have 9-to-5s and we'll do all that other stupid ass, ignorant ass shit. You know what I mean? Just because they ain't got a job don't mean that a chosen one can't have a job. We got to clear this stupid shit up. I get that mentality, but it's nonsense. It's nonsense. It's ridiculous. If you don't have a job, just say, man, I can't get a job for whatever reason. But don't tell everybody that in order to be chosen, you can't have a 9-to-5 job and people that got jobs ain't chosen, because that's bullshit. I get the thing of being chosen and going through struggles. Man, in California, I lost everything. Everything. You know what I mean? Stay with me. I'm going somewhere. I was living on a 54-acre ranch. When you go back and look at my very beginning videos, it shows me out on the ranch. When you look at the very beginning of my videos, it shows me on my leather couch. It shows me in my library room. I lost all of that and was homeless, living out of my truck for 4 or 5 months. And I was still making YouTube videos. I came to New York, got married, lost everything. It lost everything. Sleeping on the truck. Sleeping on the train. So I get the mentality of, man, being chosen when you go through stuff. Yeah, you go through stuff, but you don't stay in that fucking hellhole. You don't stay in that fucking bullshit. You don't stay on that fucking low vibrating frequency. We're going there today. We're talking about reality. I get the fact that we all go through stuff and we lose stuff. We hook up with people that we believe in and that we trust, and man, whatever happens, happens, and we got to grow up and we got to grow through it. We got to heal from that. Just because I lost my stuff don't mean that I stay on that freaking thing down there to my man. I can't get a job and I ain't got this and I ain't got time for that bullshit. I don't. I came here to do things. I came here to accomplish things, and sitting down there in that low vibrating frequency, constantly looking around what everybody else done did to me, is a victim mentality. We got to grow up. Just acknowledge the fact that you ain't healed yet. And that's okay. To each their own. We all heal at different levels. Man, I just want to clear that up. I just want to throw that out there. Again, I'm 54 years old. You go through stuff in life. You lose stuff in life. A true chosen one is going to rise above it. Just like, what is it? DIY, do it yourself. I guess that's what that is. You got to rise above it. How the fuck can you be a chosen one? How the fuck can you be an alchemist? How the fuck can you be a starseed? How can you be a freaking phoenix and you don't rise above the fucking ashes? You don't come out of the hell you stuck in. We're going there today. We're going there. This is going to be rough. This is going to be rough, and this is going to be offensive to some people. And again, it's not meant to be offensive. What's up with you, Sparks? It's meant to be educational. We have to grow up. And we got to stop fucking convincing ourselves of bullshit. Just because it sounds good and it justifies why I'm the way that I am. We got to understand the fact that, man, you can convince yourself of anything you want to. We're talking about reality now. You can convince yourself of anything you want to. You can convince yourself that you woke. You can convince yourself that you enlightened. You can convince yourself that you got Christ consciousness, Buddha consciousness, God consciousness, and you be the most ignorant motherfucker out there on the fucking planet. But you can convince yourself that you all that. There's a whole lot of women running around right now convincing themselves that they bad as fuck. That they high value. They don't convince themselves that they deserve a fucking king. And they can't get a fucking pawn. They convince themselves that they deserve a fucking king. And they don't deserve any of that shit. They don't even deserve a fucking butler, if the truth be told. But they convinced themselves that they bad as that. You know what I mean? They convinced themselves. They fine as wine. Ain't shit about them healthy. Ain't shit about them normal. Ain't shit about them real. Their hair is fake. Their eyelashes are fake. Their eyes are fake. Their lips are fake. Their fingernails are fake. Their titties are fake. Their ass is fake. Ain't shit about them real. But they convinced themselves that they all that. And this is not about bashing women. This is about us growing the fuck up. I'm talking about reality. What's reality? And see, we're not going to get real deep because, man, that's some deep shit when you really start talking about reality. If the truth be told, reality, your reality, put it that way. Your reality is whatever you say your reality is. Your reality is whatever you believe your reality is. If you believe the world is fucked up, then no matter what happens, you're going to believe that the world is fucked up. No matter what happens going on, you're going to see the world as being fucked up because in your mind, that's your reality. That's how you choose to see the world. If you choose to see your life as fucked up, that's your reality. What's up with you, David? That's your reality. And nobody can tell you anything different. You're not going to believe accept anything anybody else have to say. Because in your reality, your life is fucked up. Just like people that's strung out on dope. People that's alcoholics. The reality is that life is bad and life is chaotic and life is woo-doo-doo, and that's why they got to do all this shit, man, because they got to hide from the fucking issues. They got to hide from the fucking pain and the trauma and woo-doo-doo, man. So their reality is twisted based on their thoughts, their beliefs. And so no matter how much you try to help them, No matter how much you try to intercede on their behalf, no matter how much you pray for them, no matter how much you try to give them counseling and coaching and mentor, no matter how much you try to be a big brother or big sister to them, they're going to see life is fucked up until they come to a place in time and come to the understanding that, dang, you know, this doesn't have to be my reality. It doesn't have to be my reality. I keep choosing this to be my reality. So the question is, why do we choose the reality that we have? You're single, you've been single for a number of years, and you can't seem to find somebody to be intimate with, relationship-wise. That's your reality. And so loneliness kicks in. I'm not good enough. I don't know why I can't find a queen. I don't know why I can't find a king who will do it. That's your reality. Based on your beliefs, based on your fucking perspective. That's all that is. It's based on your perspective. But we don't understand that our perspectives, our opinions, our beliefs are twisted. We've had these opinions about ourselves for a number of years. And we don't understand that it's our belief system. It's our perspective that's twisted, not reality. There's nothing wrong with the world. The world is a beautiful place. Your belief system's fucked up. If you stand in front of a 9 on the floor, and you're at the part where the loop is at, and you're looking down on it, and you're like, man, this is a 9. You're facing the loop part, and you say, man, that's a 9. And somebody's standing across from you, and they're looking at it from a different angle, and they're saying, no, it's a 6. And so both of you are going back and forth over reality. To you, it's a 9. To them, it's a 6. Why? Because it's your perspective, based on the angle in which you're looking at it. Catch that. You see it as a 9. You're convinced that it's a 9. Because of your perspective, because of your view of what you're looking at. Nobody can convince you that it's not a 9. The other person standing across from you is convinced that you're a dumbass. Because they see it as a 6. And they're convinced that it's a 6. And you're fucking stupid. And there's nothing you can do to convince them that it's not a 6. And so both of you are arguing over something stupid. Both of you are arguing over your perspectives of reality. And your reality is based on your angle and what you're looking at it. And both of you are ignorant, too ignorant to understand that. Man, if I walked around and looked at it from his angle, would I see it as a 6? Well, if I walked around and looked at it from his angle, would I see it as a 9? We don't do that because we get stuck in our fucking shit. And we think we fucking know everything. So our perspectives is twisted. Our belief system is twisted. And then we turn around and say, no, our belief system is right. My life is fucked up because the world is fucked up. Nah, the world's not fucked up. The world's never been fucked up. Your belief system's fucked up. Your perspective of the world is fucked up. We have to grow up. What's real to you? See, there's this thing called, oh man, just brain fart right off the top of my head. Doctors. You go into the doctor's office and you tell the doctor that your back is hurting, your head is hurting, whatever the case may be, and they'll give you some pills. Ain't shit in the fucking pills. There ain't no medicine in the pills. Ain't nothing in the pills to help you feel better. Nothing. It's sugar pills. There's nothing to them. There's nothing about those pills that can help heal your backache. There's nothing about those pills that can alleviate the pain that you're going through. But you believe the doctors. You believe that the doctor prescribed you some real medicine. And so you take the pills, believing that it's medicine. Let me say it again. You take these pills, convinced that it's real medicine. It look like medicine, tastes like medicine, come in a prescription bottle like medicine. The doctor prescribed it like medicine, so it's medicine. You're convinced it's medicine. And you're convinced that it's helping heal your back. You're convinced that it's taking away your back pain. You're convinced it took away your headache. You're convinced it took away your nausea. Or whatever your issues are. Your issues were your issues. You went to the doctor, he gave you some bullshit pills. You popped them thinking they're real. And the symptoms went away. Why did the symptoms go away? I'm talking about reality. Why did the symptoms go away? The symptoms didn't go away because the pills you took. The symptoms went away because you believed that the pills you took were real. The symptoms went away because you believed you took some real medicine and the medicine helped fix the problem. That's why your reality changed. Your reality changed from having back ache and cramps in your legs or whatever. Your reality was that you're hurting. The reality was that, man, I got a backache. My back is stiff. That was your reality. Also, your reality, the doctor gave you some medicine. And you took them. Not knowing that he didn't give you anything except some fucking sugar pills. And your quote-unquote reality changed. Not because of the pills. Because of your belief in the pills. Catch that. You have to grow up and understand, man, our belief system is pretty much damn near everything. If you believe you're broke, you're going to always stay broke. If you believe you'll never find true love, you'll never find true love. And that will always be your reality. If you believe you're lonely and you're always going to be lonely, that's going to be your reality. You have to grow up and understand, man, okay, I'm going through this season of isolation. Not because I'm a lonely person, not because I'm unloving, not because I don't deserve love. I'm going through this season because I do deserve love. I'm going through this season because I do deserve peace and joy and happiness. I'm going through this season of isolation. I'm going through this season of lack. I'm going through this season of not having enough. Why? So that I can learn gratitude and appreciate when I come out of this season. I'll appreciate the people in my life. This season that I'm going through is not indicative of how I have to live the rest of my life. It's a season that I gotta learn some shit. It's a season I gotta humble myself. I gotta change my fucking perspective. And when I change my perspective, I change my reality. Again, we have to grow up. We have to grow up. We have to acknowledge that we don't know everything. We have to acknowledge that we've gone through a lot of trauma, a lot of pain, a lot of suffering. Just because we've gone through that stuff doesn't mean that has to be the rest of our life. Just because you've gone through heartache and broken hearts don't mean that you give up trusting women. You just become more selective on the type of women you hook up with. Why? Because you change. You grow the fuck up. What you desire is different. Catch that. You're always going to have those grimy ass women out there. You're always going to have those grimy, sorry ass dudes out there. But as you heal, as you grow up, you're no longer attracted to them. They're there, but they're not part of your reality. They're there. They're not part of your life because you make different choices. The reality, those people still exist. There are going to be some women that's going to always be hoes. There's some dudes that's always going to be hoes. There's going to be people that's always going to be narcissists. It is what it is. But as you grow up, as you change, as you heal, you no longer attract those type of people. And so those type of people no longer become part of your reality. Stop blaming those people for being part of your reality. The question is, what the hell is wrong with me that I chose this as my reality? What is it supposed to teach me? Because this is part of my reality for a reason. I'm single and I'm lonely for a reason. Why is this my reality right here, right now? I'm broke and ain't got shit. Why is this my reality right here, right now? What the hell am I supposed to learn from this? That's why it's your reality. For you to learn and grow through it. So it ain't got to stay your reality. Having money is not a bad thing. Having money is great. But I guarantee you, there's a whole lot more people that choose peace of mind and joy over money. What am I saying? I'm talking about reality. Stay with me. Sean Combs. You guys know him as P. Diddy. He's going through a lot of shit right now. Billionaire. Going through a lot of shit right now. Don't know what the fuck is about to happen to his ass. Anytime the feds raid all your fucking houses, something's up. Anytime they walk out of your fucking houses with bags and boxes of shit, you in some fucking trouble. You in a hell of a whole lot of fucking trouble when the feds come knocking. I'm a reality. He got all this money, all these fucking companies. I promise you, I guarantee you, he ain't got no fucking peace and joy right now. I promise you, he ain't happy right now. See, there's some things money can't buy. Money can't buy you peace and joy. So a whole lot of quote-unquote A-list celebrities. Sean Carter, you guys know him as whatever the fuck, Jay-Z. You guys already know this. I give two fucks about these people. You guys know Sean Carter as Jay-Z. I guarantee you, he's stressing right now, wondering what the fuck is about to happen. Wondering if Sean Combs is snitching. Wondering who gave him up. Wondering, are they coming after me next? It's a whole lot of A-list celebrities sitting back worried right about now. One, if they're going to get caught up in all this bullshit that's going on, they got all this fucking money. But I guarantee you they ain't got no fucking peace right now. They got all this fucking money. But I guarantee you they worried as fuck right about now. Reality. You could believe what the fuck you want to believe. Sean Combs believed his ass was untouchable. He believed that. He convinced his ass that he was untouchable. He convinced himself he could do what the fuck he want to do, when he want to, how he want to, and nobody was going to say or do shit about it. It's crazy what we'll convince ourselves of. We'll convince ourselves that we're stupid and that we're ugly. We'll convince ourselves that we'll never accomplish shit in life. We'll convince us we'll never have shit in life. And then we'll justify that belief system with, I'm a chosen one. That's why I can't get a job. I ain't supposed to be working 9 to 5. Bullshit. 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 If you ain't supposed to be working 9 to 5, you're supposed to be up having a fucking business. You're supposed to be up doing something. Yeah. I don't give a damn how much you convince yourself that you could sit on your ass and not do a damn thing. And that's gonna make you some fucking money. Because the reality is you need money. You need money. It's not the most important thing in the world. But you have to have some. You have to have some. And again, I'm not telling you to go chase money. I've never told anybody to go chase money. Fuck chasing money. I get up 5 days a week and take my ass to work. I do. 5 days a week. I don't chase money on my job. There's times it's like, fuck. And the other times, like when I catch myself like this, like, damn, hold on, wait a minute, time out, time out, time out. I'm grateful. I'm thankful. Let me humble myself. Don't let me get it shit twisted. There's been times where I wish I had a job. There's times I wish I had some money coming in. Why? So I can get something to fucking eat. So I can have a fucking place to stay. So I can take me a fucking shower. Ain't nothing cool about living in the fucking woods. Ain't nothing cool. And when I'm talking about living, I'm talking about being homeless and having to take fucking bird baths and going into the stores and going into the bathroom and washing up. Ain't nothing cool about that shit. Ain't nothing impressive about that shit. Just so you call yourself a fucking chosen one. That's ignorant as fuck. You got to grow up. We're talking about reality. What is reality? You have to have money. And if you don't have, you have to have something to barter, to trade for what you need. And I get it. The world didn't always have money, but people bartered, people traded, people had things to offer. People grew chickens and eggs. Okay, I'm gonna give you some eggs, you give me some cabbage. I'm gonna give you some eggs, you give me some meat. We're gonna trade for what I need. I'm not gonna just sit on my ass like fucking in America. We got this fucked up mentality. We talking about reality. We got this fucked up mentality in America right now. You can sit on your fucking ass and the government's gonna take care of you. You can sit on your fucking ass, not do a damn thing, roll over, put on fucking TV. You ain't got to worry about shit. They're going to help you pay for your fucking rent, or they're going to pay for your fucking rent. They're going to put food in your fucking house. They're going to give you every fucking thing you need. I'm not against the welfare system, but I'm against the fucking welfare system the way we have it. All that shit need to be fucking cut off. I agree. There's times in life where people need help because they just came out of a bad relationship and they were dependent on the other person, or you just lost your job or something to that effect. But there has to be a fucking time limit for this shit. Ain't no fucking generational motherfucker just sitting on welfare and everybody else that's getting up going to work is paying for their ass to be fucking lazy and trifling. We got to grow the fuck up and call a spade a motherfucking spade. This is going to be harsh. This is going to be harsh. But we're talking about reality. What makes you think, what's up, spiritual savage, that you have the right or you have the power to sit here on your motherfucking ass and not do a damn thing and then turn around and expect everybody else to cater to your fucking needs? Then expect people that have gone out and bust their fucking ass to start a business or to get a job and move up in the world to have to pay taxes to support your lazy, trifling ass. Who the fuck are you? Why should I have to go out and bust my ass to pay for some lazy, sorry-ass motherfuckers who's too ignorant and stupid to get up off their fucking ass and do something constructive and positive with their life? But we want to sit back and say, man, this is the way the world is, and this is how life is in America, and what do we do? And this is wise, and this is smart. I'm a chosen one. Not bullshit. You're fucking lazy. You're sorry. Talking about reality. Talking about reality. I have no problem helping people. I believe in helping people. I refuse to help a motherfucker that ain't doing shit. I refuse to sow into a motherfucker who's too lazy to get up off their fucking ass to do anything. You get not a damn thing from me. Nothing. I'm not even gonna pray for you. If you don't give a damn about your own fucking life and your own fucking future, why should I? Why should anybody else give a damn about your life? And you too lazy to get up and do your own fucking work. Do shit to make your life better. If you don't give a fuck, why should we give a fuck? Talking about reality. This is real shit. But see, we don't want to have these fucking conversations. Not in America. We want to sit back and blame everybody else for my fucking reality. We want to sit back and blame immigrants for why we going through what we going through. We want to sit back and blame the Hispanics for coming in. And man, that's why I can't get a job. Your ass been here 40, 50 fucking years. How the fuck you competing with somebody that just got here? That can't speak the language. And all they're doing is working a minimum wage job. And you've been here your whole fucking life and you still just getting a minimum wage job? And you mad at them? Because they coming in and they trying to work? See, we don't want to have these kind of conversations. We don't want to keep the shit real. We want to sugarcoat shit. We want to have a fucking twisted perspective of life and say it's a reality. We want to blame the Democrats and the Republicans and the conservatives for why our life is the way it is. What the fuck are you doing about it? What the fuck are you doing about your life? If you ain't doing a damn thing about your life, you ain't got a ground to stand on. Not at all. And again, I'm not conservative. I'm not democratic. I don't give a fuck about the politics in America. I don't participate in the politics in America. I don't participate in the fucking religion in America. I know that shit exists. I don't give a fuck about it. Why? Because I'm doing me. I'm doing what the fuck I want to do, what the fuck I came here to do. I don't have time to be distracted with the bullshit. And you can always find something to distract you. Sean Combs. Big news right now. Everybody talking about Sean Combs. It's so easy to be distracted. It's so easy to get on your social media and be, you know what I mean? Looking at stupid shit on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and everywhere else. And before you know, you've wasted 3 to 4 or 5 hours not doing a damn fucking thing. And then we want to sit here and complain about why we so sick. We want to complain about our health. What the fuck you doing about your health? You sitting there eating processed fucking meat, drinking nasty ass fucked up soda, and then you want to talk about the government this and the government that and the government this. Man, I get it. I used to be into conspiracy theory shit for a long time. I was deep into this shit. And what God had to show me was, Elijah, you're informed about all this shit. What the fuck is that doing for you? How is that benefiting you? I flew from California all the way out to Georgia, to Atherton, Georgia. And most of you don't even know about this little tiny city. Atherton, Georgia. Google it. That's where the Georgia Guidestones are at. Most of you probably don't even know anything about the Georgia Guidestones. But I wanted to go out there to stand next to the Georgia Guidestones, to see it and to touch it for myself. I want to put my hands on this shit. To my reality. The Georgia Guidestones. Look it up. The first rule on the Georgia Guidestone: maintain world population under 500 million. Say that again. We're talking about reality. There's almost 8 billion motherfuckers walking this planet right here, right now. And their first rule, their first plan is to maintain world population under 500 million. Do you understand how many people have to die to get the population under 500 million? When there's almost 8 billion? When the Georgia Guidestones went up, it was 4 billion people on the planet. And the rule number one was maintain world population under 500 million. Why am I talking about that? Because I started looking at that shit. And it's like, oh God, and I gotta do this, and God had to slow me down. It's like, what the fuck are you gonna do about that? What the fuck can you do to stop this shit? I'm looking at all the coffins on the trains. Studying 9/11 and how fake that shit was. I'm deep into the conspiracy shit. That was my fucking reality. And what God showed, Elijah, you're negative as fuck right now. Elijah, you have no fucking hope right now. Elijah, you're not fulfilling your purpose right now. You're studying all this shit. And you're well informed. You read the book. I had the book, The Deliberate Dumbing Down of America. Google it. The Deliberate Dumbing Down of America. And now the plan was to go into the colleges and universities and dumb the kids down. To take the news and take the music industry and the movies to dumb the kids down. And when you look at where America's at, they've done just that. You got ignorant ass kids think they fucking woke. Ignorant ass people think they're fucking enlightened. You got lazy ass, trifling ass people that think somebody, a king or a queen, need to hook up with them and take care of them. You got women and dudes that don't bring shit to the table except for their fucking raggedy ass body. And think that somebody that makes 6 figures need to be taking care of them. At least 6 figures. You can't even conversate to me unless you got 6 figures. This is reality. It's a nightmare, but it's reality. The question is, why is this our reality? See, I know that all this stuff exists. I know that America's been dumbed down. I know that the air's been polluted. I've studied this shit for years. But what was the benefit when I lost my joy, my peace behind learning this shit? The more you know about this shit, the more you study this shit, the more depressed and frustrated and angry you get. What's up, Prince of Persia? You gotta grow up. I'm not into Christianity because I've studied Christianity in depth. And I'm not talking about just the Bible. I'm talking about the movement and why it became Christianity and why they started going to church on Sunday and why these books of the Bible were selected and who began to write these books. And the list goes on and on and on. And how the Catholic Church had a great deal to do with the Bible that you read now, even the King James Version. I'm not religious at all. I don't give a fuck about religion. Because I understand who they answer to. I don't give a damn whether it's Muslims, Christians, Protestants. Yeah, I looked into Islam for a long time. I used to pray on the 7 points. I had a prayer rug with Mecca on it. So when I talk from, man, I've been there, done that. I've studied it in depth. I didn't just look at some YouTube video and be like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna make a video talking about this. Been there, done that. Studied the shit for years. And what God had to show me was, Elijah, you've learned all this shit. And it's great that you learned this shit, but it's not benefiting you right now. It's making you depressed. It's making you angry. It's making you untrusting. Elijah, you've learned all this shit, and you haven't even realized who you are or why you're here. Elijah, you studied all this stuff. Talking about you're a realist. Because that was the slogan back then. It was a fad. Man, I'm a realist. I'm da-da-da. You know what I mean? Just stupid ass shit we were saying. I'm keeping it real. You don't even know what fucking real is. What's up with you, Kate? You have no idea what reality is. Because your ego has fucked you up. Your belief system has twisted you up. You can believe anything you want to believe. You're entitled to believe whatever you want to believe. Just because you believe it, don't make it real. You could believe that you don't have to do anything except read your Bible and pray, and you're going to heaven. You could believe that if you want to. You could believe that Jesus is going to fix all your issues. You could believe that if you want to. We have to grow up. And growing up is not just getting old. Growing up is not just becoming another year older. Growing up is acknowledging the fact that, man, I got some fucked up ways that I think. My perspective of life is twisted. My opinions and belief system is twisted. And it's been twisted based on my experiences, based on the things that I've learned. That's led me down this rabbit hole. We gotta grow up. We have to grow up. We have to understand why we're here. When you begin to understand why you're here, you don't get caught up in politics. When you begin to understand why you're here, you don't get caught up in fucking religion. When you understand why, you don't give a damn about Sean Combs and Sean Carter and all these other motherfuckers making this raggedy ass trap music and garbage shit that lowers your fucking vibration, that lowers your frequency. You don't even entertain that shit. When you know why you're here, when you know who you are, you don't entertain that bullshit music. You only listen to that shit because you don't know what it's doing to you. You only listen to that shit because you think that shit's cool, because your perspective of life is fucked up. Your perspective of music is fucked up. And you say these people put out great music. And it's destroying the black community. But it's great music. It's destroying our fucking brains, but it's great music. It's destroying our vibration and frequency, but y'all say it's great fucking music. It's destroying these young women, but y'all keep saying it's great fucking music. Talking about reality. We have these young women, young girls, growing up, thinking that they have to have sex, thinking that they have to be pretty and wear makeup, lipstick and eyelashes, wear tight pants, have their breasts exposed. See, they're growing up thinking that this is what it takes to be sexy. This is what it takes to be beautiful. This is what it takes to be wanted. And this is their reality. And this is the bullshit that we've programmed them with. This is the garbage we spoon-fed them. We got these ignorant ass dudes running around here with their pants halfway down their fucking ass, showing other dudes they fucking dirty ass fucking drawers. But they think they're a fucking man. You're not a fucking man walking around showing dudes your fucking drawers. I don't give a fuck who you are. Grow the fuck up. Ain't nothing manly about that bullshit. We gotta grow up. Nevertheless, I'm not Islamic. I'm not Muslim. I don't practice it. I don't give a damn about the religion. I don't give a damn about any religion. I don't push religion. I push growing the fuck up and dealing with our issues. I push healing. We have to heal ourselves. I don't give a damn about going to a temple or to a mosque or to a church and giving people fucking money. That's not why we're here. We're here to grow the fuck up and deal with our pain and our suffering and to grow through it and to help other people heal and grow through their bullshit. That's why we're here. Not to push fucking religion. So you got these dudes running around here with their pants hanging down, thinking they're a man. Thinking that shit's cool. We gotta grow the fuck up. That's their reality. Look at where we're heading. We got all these young girls 8, 9, 10 years old, 11, 12 years old, face full of makeup. Big ass fucking eye. Who said fucking big ass eyelashes was sexy in the first fucking place? If the truth be told, if we go back to the 70s, Miss Piggy was wearing that shit. Go look at the Muppets in the 70s and the 80s. And these young women run around doing the exact same thing some fucking puppet is did. Why? Because they're a fucking puppet. They've become a fucking puppet not even knowing. Because somebody told them that was the fad. Somebody told them that was sexy. Somebody told them that was the thing to do. I'm talking about reality. This has become their reality. Where they think they gotta have their titties out, their stomach showing, their lower back showing, their ass showing, in order to get a guy, in order to be seen as sexy, in order to be seen as a boss or high valued. We have to grow up. We have to learn how to change our perspective. But in order to change our perspective, we got to learn some new shit. Which means we have to humble ourselves, acknowledge the fact that we don't have the fucking answer. We're not living the answer. We're not projecting the answer out into the world. We're projecting more hate, more suffering, more pain, more trauma, more greed, more selfishness, more hate, more fucking just all kind of stupid ass shit other than healing. We push religion, but we don't push healing. We push God, but we don't push healing. We push Jesus, but we don't push healing. There's a whole lot of motherfuckers running around with God, with Jesus, and ain't never fucking healed. Ain't even trying to heal. Again, I'm 54 years old. I've been around for a minute. I remember a time in America where we had Christians wanting to blow up abortion clinics. But we want to be quick to blame Arabs and people from the Middle East as being terrorists. But then we don't talk about the fucking terrorists we got here in America. We don't want to talk about the fucking terrorists in our own fucking backyard. See, we want to make the word terrorist be associated with people from that part of the world. But we don't talk about the terrorism in America. We're talking about reality. We don't want to talk about the terrorism in America where we got corporations and business people bringing in dope. We don't want to talk about the terrorism in America where we're pushing pharmaceutical pills that's fucking up our bodies. We don't want to talk about that shit. We don't want to talk about these religious fanatic Christians. Not all of them are religious fanatics, but we got some, and they read the same fucking Bible you read. They talk about the same God and Jesus you talk about. They sing the same songs you sing. They talk about the same Holy Ghost you talk about. But then they want to go destroy nurses and doctors that work in abortion clinics. These same fucking Christians, same Bible, same religion, same God, same Jesus, they want to go destroy the lives of homosexuals. When the truth is, probably a great number of them are undercover homosexual. We got to grow up. I'm talking about reality. See, we don't want to talk about this type of reality. We don't want to keep shit real, this real. We only want to keep shit real when it applies to other people's lives. We want to say, this is real, this is reality. When we blame the conservatives, we want to blame Donald Trump, and we want to blame the Democrats, and we want to blame the Christians and the Muslims and the Buddhists. We want to blame these people. It's okay to say that's just real. But we don't want to be real and look at the terrorist in the mirror. We don't want to keep shit real and look at the person in the mirror and talk about, damn, I wonder how many hearts I broke because I had undealt with issues. I wonder how many people I've messed over. Now I've caused a little pain and suffering because of my unresolved shit. It wasn't my intention, but I did it nonetheless. See, we don't want to keep shit that real. We want to justify our pain and our suffering. We want to justify our actions. We want to justify our actions. David, you become a true mentor in life by being true to yourself. Say it again. See, the thing with being a mentor, the thing with being a beacon of hope, the thing with being a chosen one, the thing with being a starseed, the thing with being a beacon of hope, a beacon of love, a beacon of light. The thing is, I gotta be honest and transparent with me. There's a whole lot of fake ass motherfuckers on YouTube and other social platforms putting out a fucking facade, telling y'all bullshit y'all want to hear. Shit that's gonna get them clicks and followers, but that's not who the fuck they are. They talk about being chosen, they talk about da-da-da-da, but they ain't living it. They ain't living it. So how do you, and this is all part of being a reality. So how do you become a beacon of hope? How do you become a mentor? Start dealing with your shit. Start being honest about your shit. Start being transparent about your shit. That's how we bring hope and healing into a world. That's how we inspire and encourage and motivate and empower others to change and to heal. So we got to be honest. We got to be real. We got to be transparent. And the truth is, the great majority of us, we ain't trying to do any of that. We don't want to be transparent. We don't want to be honest with ourselves, let alone everybody else. We don't want to talk about the things we fucked up. We don't want to talk about the relationships we fucked up, the people we've hurt, the jobs we've lost. We don't want to do anything that's going to make people look at us funny. We heal the world. We bring healing into the world. We bring light into the world. We bring hope into the world by dealing with our shit. by facing our shit, by healing and releasing our shit. By looking at our shit, acknowledging our shit, learning from our shit, it gives you that joy and that peace that passes all understanding. See, when I was homeless out in California, I was still making YouTube videos. I was still mentoring and helping other people. Because it's not about your circumstances. It's about your perspective. It's about your vibration. It's about your frequency. See, you could be homeless and be on a frequency of, man, I'm not gonna always be here. You could have just lost everything and have the understanding, man, I'm not gonna always be here. I'm here now. I'm gonna grow through this. I'm gonna heal from this. And I'm gonna rise above this. And I'm going through this for my own lessons, my own growth and development, but to also show other people that are homeless that, man, you ain't got to stay there. I was homeless too. I was starving too. I had to go into McDonald's and to Starbucks to take bird baths too. I had to go to the laundromat and while washing my clothes, go in the bathroom and take a quick bird bath. Yeah, I had to do that too. But I don't have to do that now. I have my own beautiful place now. My own beautiful bed that I sleep in, comfortable bed that I sleep in. You don't have to stay there. You don't have to stay here. The perspective that you have, you don't have to keep that perspective. You can heal from that and grow from that. But you have to be willing to. You have to be willing to. You have to be willing to put in the work. I'm talking about reality. See, again, I'm 54 years old. When I was growing up as a young man, to have a good body, have a nice body, man, you had to go put the work in. You had to be willing to exercise. You had to be willing to eat right. To have a nice body. Nowadays, motherfuckers just get some money and go have fucking surgery. Have a tummy tuck. Get their titties lifted. Get an ass job. And still be lazy and trifling. We have to grow up. We have to grow up. Why aren't you willing to be transparent? You're not willing to be transparent because you have hurt that you haven't dealt with yet. You've been betrayed, you've been dogged out, and you haven't dealt with all that yet. And because you haven't dealt with all that yet, you're incapable of being transparent out of fear of being used, being dogged out, being mistreated. That comes from fear. That fear comes from unresolved issues. And then we think, no, I'm just mature and I'm smart and I've learned my lesson, so I'm never gonna trust people. I'm never gonna put myself out there, and you're never gonna be a beacon of fucking hope. You're never gonna inspire anybody. You're never gonna have a real impact in humanity. I don't give a fuck how much you know. I don't give a fuck how much book knowledge you have. in order to be real, in order to be a real one, in order to be a chosen one, in order to be a beacon of hope, a beacon of love, a beacon of light, you have to do the work. And doing the work is simply, I gotta grow the fuck up. I gotta heal from my bullshit. I gotta raise my vibration. And when I raise my vibration, the world is seen for what it really is. I can walk out into public and people are gravitating, or man, people are just drawn to you. People just want to be around you and they don't even understand. They just need some of your energy. They need some of that good vibration. They need to be around and absorb some of that good frequency. See, when you raise your vibration, when you get in alignment with Source, God, the Most High, people need you. People are drawn to you. People want you. And sometimes, if you're not careful, because they're coming from a low vibration, but they see your high vibration. They see your energy. And they think it's sexual. I want him. I want her. I need to fuck them. I need to woo, woo, woo. This is a grown folk channel. We keep shit real here. You know me? You may not like the delivery, but I'm not going to change to accommodate your issues, your ignorance. And so, when you raise your vibration, you attract a lot of people to you. It's like a light outside in the darkness. Turn your porch light on at night and watch all the bugs come to the light. They're attracted to the light. When you begin healing and you raise your vibration, your frequency, the light radiates out from you. And it attracts the bugs. It attracts people who haven't healed. And they're attracted to you. And if you're not careful, you'll end up fucking people you shouldn't be messing with. What's up, Joker? If you're not careful, you'll end up hooking up with people you shouldn't have hooked up with. Because you thought they were sexually attracted to you. You thought they wanted you because of how you looked. You thought they wanted you because, man, they were vibing with you. And because you were fucking lonely and you needed some contact, and this was the first person appeared, and they told you all the things you needed to hear, all the things you wanted to hear. I'm a reality still. You jump in this relationship with them, not knowing that they just needed some of your energy. Not knowing they just needed healing. We have to grow up. We have to deal with our issues. You have to deal with your shit. And you're gonna keep getting triggered until you deal with your shit. That's the beautiful thing about life. That's the beautiful thing about God, love, light, the universe. They're gonna keep showing you you. You could keep faking the funk all you want to. You could keep hiding all you want to. You're going to keep getting triggered. You're going to keep getting dogged out. You're going to keep getting disappointed. You're going to keep getting your heart broke. You're going to keep getting abandoned and rejected. And all this other shit. Why? Until you grow up and deal with your shit. You got to deal with your shit. And when you begin dealing with your shit, when you begin growing through your shit, you understand the peace and the joy that passes all understanding. And the trip is, one of the things that I gleaned from the Bible, there's a lot of great stories and examples of the Bible that if we truly understand it, it's amazing, it's awesome. And one of the stories that I remember reading was the lady with the issue of blood. The lady that had this issue in her body, I want 18 years or something like that. She went to all the doctors. Let this story resonate. Would you help make the pay attention to the story? This lady went to all the doctors, all the trained people, and they couldn't help her. For years, this lady gave all her money, all that she had to these people who said they had the answer. To these people, to these priests who couldn't fix her. To these priests, to these teachers, to these rabbis, to these doctors who couldn't fix her. Here come Jesus. Here come Yahshua with his disciples, and they're in a crowd. And this lady comes to the understanding down, to my reality. I've gone everywhere. I've done all that I could do. Let me go touch him. I don't even have to touch him. Let me just touch the hem of his garment. Let me just touch the bottom of his robe. Why? Because I see his vibration. I see his frequency. If I just get close to him, I can get healed. If I just get close to him, I can be fixed. What nobody else could do, I could get that answer just by being in his presence. Just by being in his presence. That's what God showed me through that was Elijah. That's how it is for all chosen ones. That's how it is for all light workers. That's how it is for all healers. That's how it is for all beacons of hope, beacons of light. You're going to attract people who look for the answers everywhere, who've gone after all these people on all these platforms, and they couldn't get the answer they were looking for. And they saw your frequency. They saw your light. They saw the realness in what you were doing. They saw the realness about you. And true recognize true. Real recognize real. Game recognize game. They saw the light in you. And so they came to be around you. They wanted some of your energy. They wanted some of your vibration because they knew they were messed up. They knew they had some issues. And so they came looking for you. They came looking for you to help them resolve what they couldn't resolve, to help them fix what they couldn't fix on their own. They did all this crack magic. They did all this quote unquote pharmaceutical shit. They did all this shit the doctors told them to. They did all this shit the pastors and the rabbis told them to. And it didn't fix the problem. She had to go to somebody that was of high vibration. Somebody whose frequency was on point. Somebody who is a chosen one. And she had to just touch the hem of his garment. We have to grow up. We have to grow up. We have to understand. You don't know who's going to be attracted to you. You don't know who God has put on this planet that needs what you have. You don't know. There's been so many people that I've just sent out mass text messages before I got on social media. I was sending out mass text messages to groups of hundreds of people that I knew. People that were suicidal. I didn't know they were suicidal. Case in point, my niece. She changed her telephone number, and I didn't know she changed her telephone number. Somebody else had got that telephone number, but I didn't know that. And I'm sending out these texts, and I'm thinking my niece, but it's not her. It's some other guy. And this guy just got shot in the head and robbed of his dope. This guy was suicidal. And my texts were popping up. And every time he went to put the 9 mil in his mouth to blow his fucking brains out. I didn't know this guy was in a totally different city from him. One of the texts popped up. And I said what needed to be said for him at that time. And the tears would run down his eyes as he didn't even know me. He didn't even know why I was texting him. Who the fuck is this sending this to me right here, right now, the time that I'm needed? Divine timing. You don't know who God has put in your life. You don't know who you're supposed to help. Your job is to heal and be a beacon of hope and a beacon of light. Your job is to be a willing vessel to go out into this darkened world and give them hope. Not fucking religion. Hope. But in order to give them hope, you have to be transparent. In order to give them hope, you gotta have dealt with your shit. I understand everybody didn't live the life that I lived. Everybody didn't go through all the trauma that I did. We're all different. We all have different experiences, and some of us have similar experiences. Why? Because everybody ain't gonna be moved by what I've gone through. Everybody's not gonna resonate with me. My life experiences is not gonna resonate with everybody. So people need to hear your story. People need to know what you've gone through, what you've endured, what you've overcame. So that they can have hope. That they could do it too. Talking about reality. Reality. Reality is what we make it. Is what we see it as. That's it. And that's your reality, and that's gonna be your reality until you change your perspective, until you grow and raise your frequency and raise your vibration. And then your reality is gonna be different. It has to be different. It's based on your perspective. It's based on your frequency. It's based on your vibration. It's based on your beliefs. If you're hopeless, then the world is hopeless. Then the world is bad. If you're negative, if you think only bad things are gonna happen, that's gonna be your reality. And you're gonna keep waiting for the next shoe to drop. The next bad thing to happen in your life, because that's what you're looking for. That's the frequency you're on. That's what you're manifesting. That's what you're putting out into the world. It's some more of that negativity. We have to grow up. We have to grow up. Man, I didn't plan on being on this video this long, this live stream this long. I hope and pray that I said something to challenge you, to encourage you, to inspire you. You can have the most beautiful life you want. But in order to have that beautiful life, you got to be willing to put in the work. And putting in the work is not just going out getting a job. It's not selling yourself to certain people. There's been a lot of people that thought, man, I want this, this, and that. And they thought if they hooked up with Sean Combs, if they hooked up with Sean Carter and a lot of these other people to be in Hollywood, their life would be so much better. They'll have all their dreams fulfilled if they hooked up with the right people. Only to find out that they lived a nightmare. And the hell and the trauma that they had to endure at the hands of these people. Why? Because they had to understand it wasn't about the money. It wasn't about the fame. When you look at all those people that just want a private life now, when you look at all those people that just, man, they just want to go into hiding. Man, let me just find somebody. If I don't have nobody, let me just go find some peace and joy. Fuck Hollywood, fuck New York, fuck the bullshit, fuck the lights, and the fame. I don't want none of that shit. I just want me and my family, and we're just gonna do our shit undercover and just go over here and just hide out. Because all I want is some peace now. All I want is joy. I thought the money was going to give me peace and joy. It didn't do that. I thought this relationship, this connection was going to give me peace and joy. It didn't give me that. It didn't give me that. It gave me more trauma. We have to grow up. We have to grow up. Man, I love you guys. Happy healing. Peace.